Hey guys, Chad Trofkerman here from IncredibleFlashTutorials.com, and today I am going to present my first After Effects tutorial. Now, since I launched my website, I've been getting a lot of requests to expand my tutorials into other softwares, and so After Effects is going to be included in that expansion. This first tutorial is going to be very simple, because a lot of people do find After Effects to be quite overwhelming. And it can be really overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff here, and it can be kind of confusing to know how to do some of the even simplest stuff. So I am going to simply focus on how to import a video into After Effects and then apply a simple filter to it. And then later on, I will do other tutorials that will greatly expand upon this. So first of all, you'll need to have a video file done that you want to edit in After Effects. And once you have that, we are simply going to go to File, Import, and then File. And then we are going to go ahead and we're just going to go and grab a file of our choice that we would like to bring into After Effects. I'm simply going to bring in an old episode of Walkin' with Walkin' that I have done. I'm just going to go ahead and double click that, and it is now brought in. And you can tell it's brought in because it appears on the left side of our screen. And it has some basic details for you, like the size and the frame rate and how many colors and so on. This file is actually not in the After Effects timeline yet. In order to do that, you're going to need to click, hold, and drag the file like so right over here and release. Once you do that, you'll see that we have a big preview of the file here. And if you look down here, you'll see that we now have a timeline. And this timeline is similar to what you saw in my Flash tutorials, if you did watch those. And so you can take this little thing right here and click, hold, and drag it. And you can go through the file that you just brought in. And you can preview it and all that good stuff. And this comes in handy when you are applying an effect to it, so you can see what the effect is doing to it. Speaking of effects, let's go ahead and check that out. After Effects can do so much stuff with video, it's ridiculous. So what I'm going to do here is not even scratching the surface of what you can do with After Effects, just so you're aware. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my Effects and Presets tab located on the right side of the screen. And you'll see that we have a bunch of different categories here. We have 3D channel, we have audio, so forth and such like that. And basically all these are different effects that we can apply to your video. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab one and kind of show you the basic gist of it. So let's go into color correction, which is located right here. I'm just going to go ahead and click the arrow next to it. Color correction is going to open up a bunch of different effects that we can apply to our video. And there are a lot here, as you can see. Each effect will probably act differently in how you can adjust it. Because if After Effects is so robust, there are so many different things you can do with everything. So to start with, I'm just going to go ahead and double click on the levels effect located right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and double click that, and you'll notice on the left side a new dialog box appears. It has levels located right there, and you'll see that we have some like wavelengths going here. What levels does, it allows you to adjust the levels of the black and whites in the image. And if you've ever worked with Photoshop, this is actually really similar to that. So what we can do with this particular effect is adjust the black and whites in the image. So if I simply take this little arrow right here, click, hold, and drag it this way, you'll notice my image is going to grow darker as I do that because I'm getting rid of all the whites. But if I move that forward, it's going to get lighter because I am bringing in more whites. And the same applies right here. If you click and hold this, you're getting more and more darker because you're bringing in more darks. And then if you bring them back this way, you're getting, less darks. And of course, as you're doing this, you can go through and preview your movie and how it looks when you are doing this and so forth like that. So again, and I believe actually After Effects even has an auto adjuster for levels because video is always changing the levels. And again, I'll get more into that in greater detail in a further tutorial. I don't want to confuse you guys with anything further than this for right now. So let's go ahead and just click this levels effect like so, and I'm going to go ahead and hit the delete key. And when I do that, it gets rid of that effect and brings our image back to normal. We can now go ahead and select other different things to try out. For instance, if we go ahead and select color balance, located right here, just double click that and it brings it in. You'll see now that we have a whole bunch of different things that we can do all together. It looks completely different than the one we were just editing. And again, each filter has different settings. So again, you can go through and play with this and see what it does. Sometimes it might not do anything as we're seeing. Other times it might go ahead and, as you can see, I'm bringing in kind of more of an orangish tint right here with the red balance. And I can go ahead and bring in the red highlights to do even more. And of course, again, I'm just generalizing this. But as you can see, we could do a bunch of really cool, subtle effects with this kind of stuff. And of course, you can also download effects to incorporate into After Effects that really can enhance your video. So again, After Effects can give you quite a lot of stuff, and this is just scratching the surface, and as I said, I'll get more into that stuff as I go forward. So hopefully this kind of gives you an introduction as to how you can manipulate stuff in After Effects and just kind of where the effects are and how to apply the effects and kind of how to work with the timeline a little bit. So if you'd like to see more tutorials, please check out my website, IncredibleFlashTutorials.com. If you would like to see a future tutorial that I have yet to cover, go ahead and contact me on my site and we might just do that later on. Okay. Well, I hope you guys found this helpful. I wish you luck on your future projects, and I'll see you guys next time.